Hello, everyone, and welcome to Etiquette Master Class. Well, I designed this master class because I realized our children, there's this gap between our kids, the time they're growing now, and how we were brought up. I guess when I'm talking, there are some things that might strike you and you might want to ask questions to clarify. I'll start again, just for the benefit of those who just joined in. Confidence gives us a courage that makes us stand out. Without confidence, we get stuck and lose focus of where to start from. Our children cannot build confidence on their own until they see it in their role model. You and I are the role models our children have. Curiosity affirms confidence. It makes you in charge of your own learning. The words by Martin Luther King still amazes me till date. Permit me to recite it. I had a dream that someday my four little children will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. For me, this speaks a lot of volume. The world sees your reflection in your character. To build the right character, you have to first have confidence in who you are. In teaching etiquette over past years, I teach etiquette in different schools. One of my students in grade 4 says to me one time that she wants to be a doctor, and because her only brother is autistic, and she wishes to be a doctor so that she can treat autism. She wants to know how to help these children because she feels passionate about them. She's just in grade 3. You can imagine a grade 3 child already having that passion, and the parents are saying, "No, I want you to be a civil engineer." So how can we build that child's confidence if the parents want her to go in that line? So we as parents, we have a lot to play in the lives of our children. We are the ones that they look up to feel their confidence. I can teach them to be confident, but they go back home. They spend more of their time with their parents. What happens then? Do I teach them and they go home and mommy and daddy tells them something else? Who will they listen to? Who will they believe? Obviously, the parents. So today, the master class is really how do we build our children's confidence? At home, they might be confident, but when they go out there, they are intimidated and they are bullied. We are not there to fight for them, to stand by them. We have to teach them how to stand by themselves. Now, another part of what I want us to learn and talk about today is having boundaries. We need to start teaching our kids how to have boundaries. Boundaries are limits and invisible lines we set for ourselves. They are the guidelines on what we feel comfortable with and the expectations we have of the people we interact with. Boundaries keep our relationships and selves healthy. Now, boundaries are very important. When you have boundaries, you have self-control. When you say this is what I can take, you also must do for the next person. You must know. We need to teach our children how to have boundaries. Boundaries with our siblings, boundaries with our friends, boundaries with our colleagues, healthy boundaries. We should teach our children also how to learn to say no because it's not the right thing to do at that time. Learning to say no when it is not the right thing, we are building integrity in these children. Now it's a lot of work. It's not a one-day job. It's not a one-year job. It's a lifetime. Even when they grow up to be teenagers and they leave home, they still need to be tutored to do the right thing because most of our kids, they are so intimidated when they're out there. I used to be like that when I was younger, but I gradually grew out of it. One thing I remember my mom did for me was like, as a child, I used to be a very ugly baby or young girl. So my mom will always tell me, "Oh, you're pretty. Just wait." How do we ask our children to do things for us? That's one thing we should start from. You don't say, "Oh, charisma, get me that." Let's start using the right words with them. Please, Nathan, can you help me? Nathan brings it for you. Thank you. Use the words with your kids. Excuse me. Pardon me. We are teaching them to have basic courtesy so that when they leave the house, they are used to those words. Mommy always asks me, please, when she wants to do something. Respect is earned. Even though they are kids, we shouldn't bully them because you are showing them that bully is normal. So if daddy and mommy bullies them, then as anyone else can bully them. This, when we show respect to our kids, build them, use the right words, show them respect, even if they are small, will help build their confidence and teach them that these are the right values. They should start knowing how to have the right values even from an early age. Now, I would like to pause here and hear a few comments on what I've just said, so that we learn from each other. I don't know it all. I'm willing to learn from you too. So I'd like to throw it to someone who would like to share something with us.
I'm going to speak for limited time. Hope I'm allowed to speak now. Thank you for having me. My name is Eunice, and talking about kids, to talk to them about their confidence, you have to communicate with them. Communication is a tool to help build their confidence. And the best way you have to do that is making them your friends. Them. They have teachers that teach them at schools, but you as a parent, your first way of communicating with them is their posture, the way they behave at home, like Pat says. And how do we do that as mothers? The first people they count on are we, the mothers, and to allow them to come back from school. Have you eaten? Okay, darling, use the right word at every particular time for every child. You just don't scream at them. No. So communication is a key that influences or boosts a child's etiquette in any way they go. So the first of all had to be friends to parents at home. So you don't yell at them, you encourage them in choosing even the earliest subject to. Someone like me, I wanted to be a caterer. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. At the end of the day, I am who I am today without being what they want me to do. So being their friend, communicating with them will help in a lot of ways. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Eunice. Someone else would someone like to say something, or should I go on? I'll just give it a little bit time for someone to add to what Eunice has said. Okay, I'll go on then. Let's talk about teaching these kids how to have a growth mindset. First of all, do we have a growth mindset? Some of us believe in the way things have been done in the past. Having a growth mindset means willing to learn all your life, willing to adapt to change. The way things were done 3 or 10 years ago is not the way things are being done today. And having a growth mindset doesn't mean I know it all, or I don't make mistakes, or I don't fail. Yes, there are times you try something for the first time and you will fail. The second time you will fail. Let me give you an example. Thomas Edison, who created the light bulb, he tried 1,000 times before he was able to make headway to create a light bulb. He didn't give up. Now, most of us, when we get frustrated by things we try to do, we just throw in the towel. And our kids see us when we do that. We break down and we say, I can't go on anymore. What are we teaching them? Having a growth mindset doesn't mean that it will work the first time. It means that you keep on trying until you get it. Even when you get it, you still keep on trying to get better by the day. When I started this etiquette drive, I wasn't this good. I'm still not that good. I'm still learning every day. The whole day today, I spent reading before coming to this training. You just think, oh, because I invited you all, I know it all. No, I still have to read. I still have to update my knowledge. Things are changing every day. So we must follow the trend of the change. But one thing that doesn't change is having good manners. being polite, respecting everyone, whether you like them or not. There are a lot of people you might not like. It doesn't mean that you must lose yourself and say, oh, I don't like the person did something wrong. And most of us, when you have a problem, a conflict with someone else, you tell your children not to greet that person. How are you treating that child? How are you teaching that child to show respect? So having a growth mindset means I want to learn something new. I want to know why my mom's time and this time, what's the difference? Who sat down? Someone actually sat down and thought and invented something. What are we doing as parents? Do we just wait for people to invent things and teach our kids? We should always be that creative, have that creative idea. Push our children to be creative. What does it mean to be creative? Thinking out of the box, learning something new, putting something to what has been there to make it even better. So this is a growth mindset. Now, sometimes we are in a particular environment and we are the best and there's no competition. When there's no competition, how can you grow? That means we are living in an environment of scarcity. There is nothing to challenge you to be better than yourself. That is not growth. Growth is no matter what is around me, no matter what limits me, I want to grow and grow even better than what I was yesterday. But a fixed mindset is like, okay, I'm fine with where I am. I've done the best. I seem to be the best amongst all. So why try even more? That is being in an environment of scarcity. For being in an environment of abundance is being in the presence of those who challenge you to be better than yourself. If you're not in a circle that challenges you to be better, then there's something wrong with that circle. Don't always be comfortable with everybody praising you. Oh, you are everything. Oh, thumbs up. You are always praised. Then that means you cannot grow because if they are praising you, there's no challenge. Having a growth mindset, there must be a challenge for you to want to grow, to want to do something new. You see, this our children. When any new phone comes out and the parents buy their phones, they are the first to explore the phone and know everything about that phone before you do because they have a creative mindset. That's a growth mindset. Some of our children are very curious, but we as parents, we are not curious. We just take things for granted because this is how things have been done. And some of our children follow that line. What are we teaching our kids? We must start teaching them about the experience we have. I'm a mother. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I have it all or I'm doing everything right. I'm reading to get better every day. And that's why I'm trying to share my knowledge with you. Let's talk about it. Let's not live in the past. Let's not live in an environment of scarcity. Let's start living in an environment of abundance. Build confidence in yourself, and your child automatically just breathes into it. You feel you're not good enough. You feel nobody will patronize you. At some point, everybody has that fear. I do have that fear sometimes. Like when I was planning this training, I used to think, I wonder if anybody will want to join this training. As at yesterday, I was still amazed. I didn't have the kind of numbers I wanted. But I'm amazed with those who have joined in today. Even when I sent an apology to say we are coming in late, you still took the time to join in late. And I want to say thank you. God bless you because you are encouraging me to be better. What you have done for me today is encouraging me to do more, not just for other parents, but also for our children and for myself. None of you would say, oh, Pat, I'd rather you don't give me money, but encourage me in this way you are encouraging me now. That is how we should teach our children. Everything is not about money. Everything is not about I buy you want to buy your child the designer, the best clothes. What about the best education, the best learning, the right values? We buy our children expensive clothes. What about the values that will take them further? Those clothes, they will wear them next year, they are not wearing them again. But the values you instill in these children will live with them all their lives. Wherever they go, they're not talking about, they see their character speaks for them. Wherever they stand, people will like, who is this person's father? What's the name? Who is this boy? Because of the character he shows, because of the integrity he stands for, because of the values he has. How did he come? From you. So what are we doing as parents? Um, if you can hear me,
Hi, can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Okay, yeah, I just have a short contribution to make. I
Okay,
do agree with what you said. I also agree with what the other lady said. The only contribution that I would like to add is, first of all, teaching the children to accept indifference, like
okay,
accept the other, because we live in a world, not just in Nigeria, even outside the world, we have different colors, we have different languages, we have different culture. Once they realize that this person is different, does not mean the person is should be snubbed or should not be accepted, then everything begins to fall into line. We know children generally, they are easy to make friends with. But then with the new world today that we live in terms of the computer age, like you've all mentioned, internet age and everything that is different, those who don't have phones, those who come from a poor background, those who come from a richer background, those who have different cultures with different food should not be laughed at. They should be able to teach, be able to be taught to accept the indifference of the other, especially religion in a country like Nigeria, where we have a lot of religious indifferences. So, first of all, once they begin to see the other person and accept the person, their own child, their own, sorry, not child, their own age mates, their own friends and class, look, this person, this child is different, but is a human being, first of all. And is a child like me, just that. What's the difference about the child? Why is the child like this? Is it different in terms of culture? Oh, then they actually become inquisitive to know where they're from. And that is where normally they end up with good or bad habits. Because most of the time, those are the things we experience here. Like I'm speaking from France, the indifference of different cultures. You see, some people don't want to, like, I don't want my child to accept to mix with this African company or India company, or the French people are not like accepting our culture or we're not accepting theirs. Such things, sometimes we look at them as ethnic, we look at them as racism. But first of all, indifference is builds more character. Once you begin to know, okay, whether they accept, even if they accept my culture or not, whoever I am and however I am, just like you've said, Pat, um, I should, but how do I say that in English? It doesn't change anything. I should be proud of who I am. I should look at my background, my parents, what they've instilled in me. What am I doing here? What am I learning, or the things I'm going to do? They should be responsible for themselves. They should be proud of themselves. They should always say to themselves, learn to say,
thank you. So are we all on? Can you hear me, please? I'd like you to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Oh, okay, fine. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for your time. Like we were talking about, we heard the last speaker share her own experience on how we can build up the confidence in our kids and also try to encourage them to have a growth mindset. Not just them, but us also. It starts from you. Do you have a growth mindset? What do you understand a growth mindset is? Do you give up easily? Why do you give up easily? Do you feel that some things you might try doesn't just work for you? It's not that it's not working actually. It's like you've not done something right. I take you back to what I said about Thomas Edison. Even when he tried 1,000 times, it wasn't like he just kept on trying. The first time he tried making the light bulb and he failed. The second time he did something that he did not try the first time. So in life, when you're trying to get something and it's not kind of easy, it doesn't mean that you should give up. It means that there's something you are not doing right. Like, for instance, the very first time I attended the Zoom meeting, no one taught me how to go around the Zoom meeting thing. I lost a friend, and I was meant to join the funeral on Zoom, and I just thought it was just to click on the link and I can watch. I really didn't know that they could see me. So when I came on the meeting, I could see buttons, I could see speaker, I clicked on it, and I could hear what was going on. And I saw something like a video camera, and I clicked on it. And I started seeing everybody in their sitting room. I think it was the period of COVID, I think. Everybody sat down, went black, like sitting in their living rooms, watching the funeral. I was wearing my nightgown because I didn't know the whole Zoom thing. And I was wondering, I could see everybody sitting down. I saw their names on their videos. I was like, oh, this person. Then at some point I wondered if I can see them, can they see me? Because I was wearing my nightgown. And immediately I looked at all the icons. I was wondering, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Immediately I clicked on the camera and I saw a red cross. It shows that they couldn't see me anymore. I could see myself blank, like some of you are now, blank. And that was when I wow. Now, while we were all sleeping and in our comfort zone, someone designed this. He designed this for you and I to have a meeting like this. Everyone in this meeting are far away, but someone sat down, took the time, took the effort, made all the mistakes. Even till now, they are still doing more things to make Zoom better for you and I. That's someone that has a growth mindset. That is how to build a growth mindset in everything we do. Whenever I'm teaching etiquette, he's always aggressive and very rude. So I kept on talking to him. I'll call him close to me, try to calm him down. Even when he's rude to me, I'm not rude to him. I still calm him down. So one day he just said, can I talk to you? And I said, yes. And we went to the office. And he told me everything. So sometimes when you see your children being rude and stubborn, you're trying to pass a message. And you're not paying attention to that message. Because we are busy wanting to make ends meet. Life is not just working. You work so much and your children, which would you prefer? Making the money so that people respect you for it, or losing your child while you were busy doing something else? The reason we are here today is because of our children, because of the future of our kids. We say change begins with us. Now, if we say change begins with us, we have to invite that change in our children. There are so many children, young children, who want to be Yahoo boys. Why? Nobody wants to work, no hard work anymore. They want to make money overnight. You and I did not make money overnight. We're brought up that way. But parents are encouraging their children to do dubious things because they want their children to be among the popular or the rich. Being rich does not give you value. But when we instill self-control, hard work in our kids, it gives them the value in life that wherever they go, they are valued, not tolerated. So I'd like someone to share. Please, can we make this meeting interactive? Someone else should share with us what you think so far from everything we have talked about. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I joined in from London. So I just want to contribute to Pat, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, please.
Okay.
Who am I? Who's talking now?
You're talking to Josephine.
Oh, hey, hi,
Hi.
thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Thank you
from
so
London.
much.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
okay, go on, please.
Yeah. You just touched some of the children you teach, they confide in you regarding sexual abuse and all of that. Here in London, sexual abuse is taken very, very, very seriously. It is taken very seriously, and is a good thing that, because they say if a child is confiding in you, they believe that they are safe with you, and they believe that you will listen to them. Like Pat rightfully said, when you said their all parents are making money, they don't know what's happening in the lives of the children. The internet is there, everything is there, everything is out there for them to be exposed to and stuff like that. So I'm just, with the London system and procedures and process.
I can see, Jane, you just joined it. Can you please mute yourself? Jane, we can hear you. Can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Thank you. So I can hear that she wants to say something. Okay, can we all turn on our cameras? We have 5 more minutes to the end of this meeting. Can we all turn our cameras so that I just see those who are here? Because some of you, I can't see your names. I just see an iPhone. So I don't know who has attended now. So can we all turn our cameras? We're about to end the meeting in the next 3 minutes. I'd like to appreciate all of you for taking your time for coming. Thank you so much. Aha, I see you, Kate. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
Pat.
time.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, Robo, I see you. Thank you.
I was driving the whole time and I missed a lot, but next time.
TK, Robo is here, or Robo Star. Remember her?
Hi, Robosa. Hi.
Oh, TK, how are
Nice,
you?
nice catching up.